Well, guess what? Mary Page. Heated. If it goes slow, it's not ever heated. Let's see. Mary Page, I explained it to you. If I drop off again, you got to explain what's happening. It's blurry. Well, blurry is better than black. When I get to Fort Myers, we can go in the shell factory. We're about 20 minutes away from that. Did you see where MD Fish Tanks did a video on it being hot in the UK? No, I didn't see that. Hello, hello. It's not morning here. That's Aquabid. It's not Aquabid. Aqua something. Now what? Aquabella. Don't know who that is. Hi there. So, I'm all over the road here. Alright, I'm going to give the phone to Tana. Let me get the screen switched. There, and you can look at the road, look at me, and read the comments. And just go ahead and read them. Here, point it at me. Lowered. And tell me if we drop off again.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get up to the shell factory. We were an hour out of Miami, and the engine overheated. And tried to get it back straight, and couldn't do it. So took a more conservative route and decided to turn around. That was an hour ago. So we're right now south of Fort Myers and are on our way back. What I'm planning to do is pull into the shell factory when we get there and give you all a tour of the shell factory. It's kind of a neat place. They have a little zoo there like that. So, what's anybody saying, Tana?
No questions yet, but everybody's saying hello and stuff.
Bunch of hello, okay. So I don't know exactly where we are. I've not been here. It's kind of an interesting area. About 20 miles south of Fort Myers on Route 41, headed north. Southwest Florida International Airport. Southwest Florida. I think that's the Fort Myers Airport. I'm not sure, but it seems to be. And we're doing right now about 40 miles an hour, and the temperature is staying stable. If I go up to 50, between 50 and 60, it starts to overheat. Right now I'm 55, which is kind of the speed limit here, and it started to go up. I'll probably have to slow down again shortly. Well, speed limit just went down to 45, so that'll help. Where are we? What is this? We're in Island Park Center, wherever in the world that is. Island Park. No idea where we are. We're on 41. There are no city signs anywhere. Oh dear. So, we didn't get to go to Miami. When I do it, I was not going to do it because I'm in pain. But based on yesterday's stream, I decided I really needed to be faithful because so many of you were so excited about it, and it just wasn't going to happen, I guess. So here we are headed back. South Town Center. I think we're in Fort Myers.
I would believe so too.
So that's a good thing. The shell factory is just north of kind of in North Fort Myers. So we'll be coming to that. We're gonna get out, go scope it out. It'll be fun. That'll be neat. Anybody asking any questions or making any silly observations? Anna?
Mary says, tell him don't worry about that. We care more about him.
Mary is terminally sweet. Fishtail boots. That's neat. Big push up. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate you guys. That's why I go through all this silliness.
Yeah, Mary, my name's Tana.
Yeah, Tana's a sweet girl. Tana started working with us, what, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And I put her on full time because she's just so dedicated. Tell us why you like being a father fish, Tana. And turn the camera on yourself so they can see you talk.
I'm nervous.
Just turn it around so it sees you.
I am just in love with animals, and animals have always been my passion.
Okay, go on.
Helping animals is just something
What
I've
is
always
that? Oh,
liked
I'm
to do.
sorry. You already had it turned. You
Helping
smart
animals is just something I've always liked to do. That's really about it.
So what have you learned so far?
How to take care of fish and birds.
Hold the camera up so you see. Fish and birds. Tell me about the birds.
Oh, I love the birds.
What's been happening with the birds?
The parakeets keep messing with the doves and stuff, so I had to relocate the doves. They broke one of their eggs. I was so upset. Yeah. Did you know one of your doves are bald?
Yeah, do you know how it got bald?
The parakeets pull their feathers out.
I know they do. It's true. Mean little birds, those parakeets.
Yeah, so I'm trying to teach Delilah better.
Delilah. Explain who Delilah is.
Delilah is a baby parakeet that I saved from being swarmed by all the other parakeets. And ever since I saved her, she's had a liking towards me. So I took her home last Friday.
So we have a parakeet rescue from Father Fish's atrium.
Yeah.
Oh, what else is going on there? What are people saying?
Let's see. Not really much. Everybody's still saying hello.
They do entertain themselves.
Yeah.
There's a Maserati dealership of Fort Myers. Right, we're in Fort Myers. I knew it. I have a friend who has a fish store somewhere along here. I don't know exactly where.
I'm gonna turn the camera back to you.
Alrighty. Oh, good. Okay. Not likely to find it either. I think I'm on the wrong road, but I don't know. I get to Fort Myers once every 3 or 4 years for a minute. Never long enough to learn anything about it. But there used to be a pet shop here that was pretty incredible. They had everything imaginable, including monkeys and chimpanzees. Just
Oh, I want a
crazy
monkey
place.
so bad.
Yeah, Tana wants a monkey, she thinks. She didn't know about monkeys. Everybody wants a monkey until they have a monkey. And then they don't want a monkey anymore. For some really good reasons. I had a spider monkey. Lord, how long ago was that? I was in college. I was in college in Boston, going to Tufts University. Where did I get that silly thing? Where did I get it? I think I got it from a pet shop because they were done with it. It was an adult spider monkey. Stood about 3 foot tall, long legs and long arms. That's why they call them spiders. Had its teeth pulled, so it couldn't bite. Good thing too. And it was like having a wild, insane 2-year-old. And 2-year-olds are pretty wild and insane anyway. But kick that up about 1,000%, and you got a spider monkey. Remember, we came home one day, and he had everything pulled out of everything, including all the cereal, sugar, flour, milk, everything out of the refrigerator, everything out of every drawer, just examining the world, such as it was. And it was all strewn about in a big, slimy, slick, nasty mess. Unbelievable. It was just nuts. As I recall, we found a home for him shortly thereafter. I don't know how long I had him. Not very long. A couple of months, I guess. He was a little bit cuddly and a little bit fun. Not a whole lot, but a little. Enough to make him slightly desirable and enjoyable, but mostly was ornery and would lay on the floor on his back and kick and scream, pound his arms and feet, scream at the top of his voice whenever he got frustrated or couldn't get his way. Taught us a lot about raising children, actually. When they came along, it was a lot easier. Easier than monkeys, anyway. But crazy animal. So where are we? We're at Haverty's. We're approaching downtown Fort Myers on Palm Drive. And I'm keeping an eye open because I might see my friend's fish store. I've only been there one time, and I really don't remember a thing about where it is. Lord, this is amazing. Look at all the stores along here. Show them all the. This is incredible. Just chock-a-block with shops, both sides. Just an amazing drive. We're coming into an open area up here. Must be the airport. Kind of looks like. Yeah, this is the airport. So on the other side, there's a leather gallery, Christmas trees, T-Mobile, a steakhouse, something going in. Fort Myers city limits.
Look at the size of that Panera Bread.
That's a big Panera Bread. That's the whole building too. It actually is. Wow. I think my friend's shop. I don't know. PetSmart. He's not near PetSmart. It's kind of not a high-end area. We might come to it. I don't know. I might even recognize it. If we do, we'll go in and say hello. If we don't, we won't. There's a Krispy Kreme. Look at that, guys. Fort Myers has a Krispy Kreme. Whoa! A Mel's Diner. Mel's Diner started in Fort Myers. They got all the way up to Tampa and then ran into trouble and wound up going back to one. And there it is. A big, big Dunkin' Donuts. Here's Ridge. Lazy Boy Sandbar. I wonder if this, I don't know. I don't know. This is Colonial. Don't know where we are. Read some comments to me, Jenna.
People keep saying hello and stuff. Everybody's literally entertaining themselves. Oh, my aunt had 2 squirrel monkeys. They were horrible. They would cry when they went into their cage and they reached out real fast and pulled your hair and grabbed your clothes. They would throw their poop at you. That's pretty funny.
Who's that talking?
Chevy fish.
I'm Chevy, yeah.
And Lee Wilcox.
Not nice that old Lee's there.
Yeah.
Well, Lee will keep everybody entertained. Bye, Lee. I can't get you on because I'm on my phone and it doesn't have that capability. I'm just wondering, this overpass, there's an overpass near the pet shop I was telling about that had the monkeys, but I don't think this is the same place. And it's been so long since I've been here, I really don't recognize anything at all. Nothing. There's a iguanamia, a leaf Asian market. Look at this. Mercy. Fort Myers is amazing.
Fort Myers is beautiful.
I'm overheating again a little bit. Yeah, it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Edison Mall. We are on crossing Winkler Avenue in Fort Myers. And there's a sign there that says, all injuries matter. That's what the lawyers. That's funny. Attorneys for the injured. All injuries matter. Right. I dare say. Now this is kind of an older section of town here, looks like. There's a vape store.
Never vape, it hurts your lungs.
Never vape, but hurt your lungs, right? Yes, indeed it do. And your brain as well. Floor decor on the other side. I hear you. I'm left-handed, and I tend to ride the center lane. I tend to ride the line, which I shouldn't do, but I've been doing it since I was first driving. I guess I just orient the wheels to the line somehow. I don't know why I do that. Not a happy thing to do. Not a good thing to do at all. But I do's it, and I do's it all the times. All the time. There's a Red Lobster. There's the Wendy's. There's the something closed.
The Tubby
Wendy's
Pig.
is being built.
Look at, they got a Tubby Pig.
A Tubby Pig, brew pub. Brew pub. There's Wilcox family, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Lee, we got you. We got you covered. Lee's last name is Wilcox. Babes, always better at Babes. And we know what Babes is without even having to think about it. And it's always better there. I see. All green. There's a park. Pretty big park. Look at the park. Big park. Looks like it might be a cemetery.
It's so pretty.
It is big. Look at it. It's vast. A vast park. Here we are in Fort Myers Inn Dental Care. They're blowing their horns at me again. I must be in the middle of the road again.
Aquafunk says he's thinking about it. Or I'm thinking about it.
Just thinking about what?
I'm guessing Babes.
Oh, Babes, right. Well, it says it's always better. I don't know. Better than what? I don't know even. I'm gonna get pulled over if I don't quit running that middle line. Here's a breakfast lunch, a Hilton House, a Scooters, a Coronado High School.
He probably is, Mary.
Probably. A 10-minute oil change and an auto zone. Across from a Chevron and a 7-Eleven. And it goes on and on. Bunch of little tiny shops. This is a seedy part of town, guys. We're in the seedy part of town. There's a Travel Inn out of business. Ain't nobody there. Big gas station out of business. Bunch of shut down shops here. The wash house shut down. Look at this, everything's shut down. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Crazy Auto is going strong. And here's a hospital on the left. So figure that out. Jimmy John's. The Fig Leaf Boutique. A fig leaf boot. Now that's cute. I like that. Fig Leaf Boutique. Across from the hospital. Martley's Sporting Goods is open. Orthopedic Specialist is open. Edison Ford Estates is to the right.
Look at how pretty that building looks in the distance.
Oh, that is neat, isn't it? I think that's right on the bay. Midtown Pawn and Jewelry. And there was a waterworks that don't work. The Jalapenos. A Rock Church, La Roca. Victoria Avenue. Coming up to Harborside. North on 41. Martin Luther King Jr.
Somebody wants you to cut off your curls so they can have it to make a wig for themselves.
Gonna sell my curls, huh? That's funny. My side curl, my neck curl. Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? That's funny. We'll sell Father Fish's curls in it. No, I can't very well tie a ribbon around them. What do I do? How do I do this? How do I present my curl, my golden locks?
Look at the bridge.
Oh, this is pretty. Going over the bridge. Over the river. In Fort Myers. Look at that. We got professional cinematologist here. Look at the boat. Isn't that pretty? Fort Myers really is a big town. I never wanted to move to Fort Myers. More's the pity. I probably would have enjoyed it. It's a big city and there's lots to do and see. And I've always liked big cities. I've lived in Baltimore, Boston, where else? I think those are the only two big, Louisville for a little while. Near New York City in Bloomington, but that was not a big city. And I've really enjoyed it when I've done that. Okay, I think we're coming up to the shell factory here. I think it's close. We'll see. Who wants my curls? Who said that?
Let me check.
Chevy figures.
Probably. Hang on.
Chevy, you're encouraging.
No, it was Aquafunk.
Aquafunk. Oh, come on. Aquafunk. Honest to God. Probably his wife put him up to it. That's what that was. Lee probably said it. I can imagine Lee asking me for a Father Fish curly lock to paste on his bald patootie.
It's not very nice, Lou.
They can paste it. They can paste it on his chinny chin chin, so he could have a real beard, like a real man. Ah. Perkins, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King.
Are you hungry, Lou?
Anybody know where we are? No, I'm not hungry. Wendy's. Goes on and on, doesn't it? Hope Just, there's a big resale store. The Martin Law Firm, aren't they up here? Shoot, take a look at those two. Isn't that a set? A matched set. There's Jersey Sports Bar. And we're now on Pondella Road. Crossing Pondella Road. No less. Punta Gorda is 21 miles north of us. So we're coming into Punta Gorda. It's temperature. Temperature is stable. Stable and normal. And I'm not finding the shell factory. I don't know where this place is. It's gotta be up here somewhere. Unless it went out of business. I mean, that's certainly possible. I've not been in there for 10 years. And it could be for Schlugen anymore. Ah, well, we're in country now. We're out of the city. There's a church, All Souls Episcopal. There's land for sale. Here's a Walmart. There's a Walmart. There's a furniture. So another intersection here with businesses all around. Cape Coral and Pine Island. Pine Island, south, due west of us, is home to the very best, what are they called? Pomegranates. No, they ain't pomegranates. Fatherfish. What are they? They're yucatans. No, they're not yucatans. Look at they're tearing the big building. Tearing it down. That must be a Walmart. Or something. They're mangroves. They're not mangroves. They're mangoes. That's what they are. They're mangoes.
Oh, I love
The
mangoes.
very best mangoes in Florida come from Pine Island. Except that they got ripe about 3 months ago. So it'll be another 9 months before we go back to get them. I have friends that go down there every year and buy them by the bushel. And guess what's coming up? I can see it from here. Guess what? What time is it? Any idea?
3:42.
3:42. Good. We're going to make it to the shell factory before 4 o'clock because we're almost there. There we are. Hi guys. Take us on a tour of Petco. I don't want to go to Petco. Who said that? Mary Page probably. Lee. Oh, Chevy finished talking to Lee. Monkeys don't know anything that I recall, but I was younger, about 10. And somebody already started growing theirs, whatever that is.
Oh, their beard?
Their beard. Oh, that's Lee. I would put your silver hair, Lee says, in a silver framed picture of you. And you would too. Wouldn't you ever? Should all of us grow our beards out? Well, I can think of a few of us who should not. Mary Beth comes to mind. Mary Page. A Chevy comes to mind. A few others. Guess where we are, boys and girls? Look at this. Coming up in front of us.
Shell factory.
Shell factory. Look at this. We're gonna get it. I wonder if they're still in business. Well, there's some vehicles over there. I don't see the zoo. I think the zoo is gone. Oh, I know. It's a restaurant, a fun park. The zoo is gone. Mercy. I think it is. They maybe not. I see.
Come on, guys.
I see
just
some.
wanted to touch something furry.
Oh, we don't want to go there. Parking. Let's go down here. Goodness gracious. Boys and girls, we have arrived. They've turned this place into a circus. Player Circle Theater, Lee County's newest professional theater. You know what? I don't think they're open. Maybe they are. Chamber of Commerce, banquets and parties. Oh, here's parking. What's this? There's the theater. And here's the shell factory. Right there. And there's Nature Park. And there's Circus Scallywags. All right, let's park it. We need to park it. Shell factory. We're there. We did it. We did it without breaking down once. All right, here we go. What is this? All right. I need to get my cane. Oh my. Well, little music background. Oh, Lordy. Ain't nothing to see where we are, but they're going to be in a minute. Because we're going to go in. Here we have a menu of the day. Wednesday, ham and beans, conch fritters, tenderloin sliders, and chef's salad. All right, here we are. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You used to be able to come here and buy all this stuff. They now have one of the nicest collection of shells anywhere in the world. I remember coming here the first time, and there were huge crates of shells in the back of the store. A fortune teller, wishbone, fishbone.
Grab yourself an event calendar. We've got lots of fun for the whole family.
All right, we got to do Captain Fishbone. Here we go. Have I got a nickel? What do I need? A dollar? I got a dollar. Here. Here, put a dollar in it.
Ahoy there! Captain Fishbone at your service. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. Live your days like they're your last. 'Cause one day they will be. Now drop another rusty coin into me bucket. Ahoy! Captain Fishbone here. The next best thing to flying is right here. Let us strap you into our zip line. You'll fly right over the lake, 100 feet in the air. Just as
Well,
fast
I'm
as
a
you
Capricorn,
please.
so a carnation and a garnet.
Carnation and a garnet. All right. Here is Shell Factory and Nature Park. And it starts, let's see, where are we? We're right here at the main entrance. And around to the right is the Nature Park, Reptile Exhibit, Gator Slough, Rainforest, Dinosaur Exhibit, Petting Farm, Zebra, Playground, Walk-Through Aviary, dog jumping, and then there's this, whatever it is, zip line. They have a zip line with an event stage, paddle boats, bumpy boats, dolphin room, swamp bar, Captain Fishbone's restaurant. And so we're Betty Boop Cafe, animal exhibit, Museum of Nature History,
Hey,
toy store,
would you like to have your fortune?
Christmas house. We did that, Captain. Fine jewelry and chests. Okay, we'll go in and look at the store here. Oh, isn't that pretty? The All Saints Church, a replica of All Saints Church made out of shells.
It was here in 1517 that Martin Luther King posted his famous 95 Thesis.
Seashell Church created by Mrs. Ann Rasmussen of Orlando. Took 1,000 hours for her to complete. Mercy, mercy. All those tiny little shells. All right. So let's see if anybody's saying anything about all this. Here we go.
Ahoy, fellow fishermen! You like seashells, do you? We got the largest collection of shells.
Charlie C. is on North Cleveland.
We even got shark teeth. Stop in the Shell Factory gift shop. Tell them Captain Fishbone.
Are we there yet? We're there. Cold shells. All right, let's go inside. Christmas shop. Glory. All the way down there. And all the way down there. Which way you want to go? And all the way over there. All right, let's go down. Let's go down the aisle here and we'll look at the shells and other stuff. Decals, more shells, more shells. Cups. See if there's a father fish cup there. No, there's a monkey cup.
Ah, that's a
It's a panda cup. Is that a panda? What is
no,
that?
it's a koala.
A koala cup.
No, it's a sloth actually.
A sloth cup. All right. More shells. Shells upon shells. Here, let's go over here and show you all the shells. This is why they call it the shell factory, because it is shell after shell after shell after shell after shell after shell. Shell upon shell upon shell. Shells and shells and more shells and even more shells and even more shells. Shells upon shells upon shells. Boxes of shells and bags of shells and shells by themselves and shells that are polished and shells that are not and shells in shells and more shells in shells and shelly shells and shells in bags, little fiber bags and little plastic bags. Here's a big bag full of shells. Look at all the shells in the bag. Shell upon shell upon shell upon shell. More shells upon more shells. Shells that are round and shells that are flat. Shells that are big and shells that are tiny. Shells full of pearls and waves. And shells that are flat as a pancake. And there's a starfish. A glorious starfish with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arms. And there's a starfish protecting a bag of shells. And look at all the shells in there. Goodness gracious, all the shells. Red shells and blue shells and brown shells and yellow shells and green shells and more shells and more shells and more shells. Shell after shell after shell after shell after shell. Shells that are big. Look at this. A bag full of shells that are round and pointy. And a bag full of shells that are full of knobs. Shells that are colorful. Look at these shells. All the colors on the shells. Reds and blues and browns and yellows. More and more and more and more and more and more and more. And all of the starfish shells and big yellow shells. Look at the big yellow shells. Glorioski. Big shells. Big, beautiful shells. How much are those shells? Are they marked?
$20.
$20 shells. There's a $20 shell. There's a $5 shell. There's a $2 shell. Here's different starfish. Look at the starfish. Starfish with knobs on them. And starfish with long arms. And starfish with little arms. And starfish with no arms. Starfish after starfish after starfish after starfish. Goodness gracious, all the starfish. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Shell after shell after shell after shell. Specimen shells are over there. Oh, and guess what I saw? Where did it go? Where did the big shark's tooth go? Oh, look at the knives.
They never have my name on anything.
Never have your name. Hannah. Where did I see? Where was it? Oh, there it is. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, we gotta go look at him. Ooh. There's Jaws. Stones. Colored stones. More colored stones. These are fossils. Look at these. How cool is that? Fossil after fossil after fossil after fossil. Stone after stone after stone after stone. And the sharks. That is a monster meg. A monster meg. Glory Oski. What a monster meg. Wow. Ooh, an amethyst to die for. Look at this amethyst. Ain't that a party thing? Stand in front of it, show them how big it is. Gracious, what a big, Beautiful amethyst geode. That is one geode. Actually, half of one. Mercy.
It's really pretty.
How gorgeous. And more shells. Corals. Look at the corals. Coral after coral. Oh, let's see. I occasionally, pardon?
They got a dinosaur head.
A dinosaur head. Woo. How much are these? $375 for that little 15-inch dude. Check that out. I've got one I'm selling for $50, and people think it's too much. And it's bigger than that. It's more like this one, which is listed for $1,125. $1,100, boys and girls. I have that identical coral in my shop for much less than $100. Price is going up as we speak. Corals, 248. Their corals are more than a little precious, aren't they? What do we got here? A Mosasaurus fossil. Whoa! Look at that. Looks like an alligator to me. There he is. A mosasaur. Mosasaur. A mosasaur. Big dude. Wonder where they found him. More closely related to modern snakes from the Cretaceous period. Doesn't say where it's from. Oh, North America, Sweden, Netherlands, Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Morocco, and Antarctica. And more coral. Little piece of coral, $100. Finger coral. These are in nice shape. I've got one of these. How much is that? $300. $299. Mercy. Let's see if anybody's got anything to say about all this. Hoo hoo. Captain Fishbone trying to rock my look, right? Massasources, says Aqua Funk. Beat me to that shell play, Chevy says. Look like the dead barrier reef, all blashed white, right? Father shark, do 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 do. Right. Hearing Jaws music in my head. She sells seashells by the seashore, says Kevin. I need that amethyst. Let me grab my checkbook. Don't even want to ask how much that dude is. More corals. Abraham Lincoln's chair.
Yes. I'm so jealous.
Gracious.
I'm so jealous.
Gracious. Look at this.
1860.
Lincoln White House chair. Can we see it? We're going to back up. It's a Lincoln White House chair. How about that? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Other stuff. There's a memorial to John Fitzgerald. Where are we? This is a military memorial. World War II, Vietnam, North Korea, Civil War. Cool. It's World War II. There's some World War I stuff. Memorabilia. We're back to the corals. Let's see what's over here. cards. Oh yeah, they've got, let me show you this. This is cool. These are collector shells in the case up here. There was a point in time where I collected all this stuff. Let's see. A lot of these are Florida. What is that one? Texas Longhorn. The Hippodidra Esax. Don't know what that is. Don't know if any of those are for sale. These all are. Oh, you know what? I should buy. But they don't have one. What is it called? The a paper nautilus. Oh, these are pretty. I like these. These are polished clams. Miss, do you have any paper nautilus?
Not paper.
Not paper. Okay.
Sorry.
Shark's teeth. Look at the white shark's teeth. They're kind of cool. Funny looking. I've got black shark's teeth. So, we've done the shells. What time is it? We've been at this for an hour. Candy. More shells, bones, fossils. Fossils. Bones. Fossils. Okay, let's Tana, where are you? What do you want to do, guys? We can wind this up, or we can. Roxanne loves the field trip. Fish tank drained down to 6 inches, and I can't quit watching. You guys are going to be working overtime on this chat. No lie. I may not bother to try to monetize it. Thanks, man. checking in. And Chubbs is saying, this has been fun. Did I turn the sound off? I don't know, did I? Did you not have the sound on? Do you have the sound now? Audio. No audio. Son of a gun. That's funny. Well, I had sound, no sound, Father Fish. It's back. Okay. Frank was on, and I guess that his phone call cut off the sound. Did not realize that. I thought it would be on. That's a shame, because he said hello to everybody. Back now. Okay. Chubbs, I guess it sounds back. Is it? Strange. Learning about this all the time. Okie dokie, guys. So we're still in the shop, wandering around, looking at all the 10,000 goodies. And we're coming up here to the Christmas store, I think. Goodness sakes, all the stuff. Stuff after stuff after stuff. What are they? What is it?
Neckwear.
Neckwear. Shell Factory. They do lotto here. Amazing. Here's the Pearl Factory. Pearls in the oyster. Pearls. And they probably have some real pearls. Probably. I reckon. Pretty stuff. Girly stuff. Pretty girly stuff. More of the same. Oh, here's the animals. Look at this shell tree. Looks like a shell tree. More pearls, diamonds or jewels or whatever. I don't think this is high-end stuff. A loose pearl for 20 bucks. What a steal. Look at these guys. Aren't they something? More stuff. More pearls. More animals. And more nature park. He's a big guy.
Next to the elephant. Okay. It says next to the elephant. That's not an elephant.
No, but next to it, this gentle giant is the biggest land mammal. He's a big guy. And some lions. And a bear. Because these are all taxidermy, aren't they? And what's that, a little...
This one's real.
What is that? They're all real, I think, aren't they? Maybe not.
No, this one's plastic.
They probably are, actually. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. Enough of this silliness. We're gonna... Let's see what's happening here. Rhinestones, yes, quite. There was a hello, Frank, from Lee. And we lost the sound when Frank was on. That was a shame. All right, guys, we're going to run along. Sorry we didn't make it to Miami today. We did the best we could. So we will see you in the morning, my loves. In the morning. Bye for now.